So excited. Hopefully, this is episode 2. I hope everything goes as planned. I'm looking forward to interviewing author Shanita Allen all the way from America. So, this is me, our wave. So, let's everybody else to join. Hi.
Hi, Sabina.
I know. At last. At
I
last.
love your ears. I love
Oh,
the Minnie
I got.
Mouse ears.
Thank you. I've got loads of them. I
Do
know.
you?
I do. I do. I do love Disney, I must say. I'm a big Disney
Okay.
fan. Yeah, but yeah. So when I go for my charity walks, I've got lots of them. I tend to wear
Oh
the right
yeah,
ones. So I thought I would wear this for Let's Go Dreaming tonight because it's a
that's so cute.
children's book. So how else can you
Yes,
celebrate Let's Go Dreaming?
that's right. That's
Ah,
right.
so
I
it's
love
nice to
it.
see you at last. I've got my specs here,
I
so it's gonna.
know.
Yeah.
Because we've been connected through social media for some time now, but we haven't actually met in person. Like we haven't had like a actual like live conversation. So
But
this
we
is a
haven't.
first.
So this is amazing that Let's Go Dreaming has brought us together again.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
So it'll
This
be
is
nice
beautiful.
to kind of let us know, Shanita, how we met. Not met
We
physically.
met.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Was it Facebook?
I think so. I saw. I don't know.
Okay.
I was looking for people for my website at the time during the pandemic.
Mhm.
And then I just saw you flag up. I just liked what you were doing, and then I just thought I would ask if you wanted to appear on my website, and that's my first contact, if I remember.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, that is right. That is right. Yes. Yes, because you have a blog and and you featured me on one of your blogs.
that's right. Yeah, and
Yeah.
actually, when I featured you on my blog, I read your bio, and I just kind of felt there
Mhm.
were some similarities, and that's why I kind of think I connected with you. I didn't know that at the time when I asked if you wanted to appear on the blog. But I just kind of read
Mhm.
your resume and it kind of struck with me, and just I thought that's the person to keep in my bag on the right.
Yes.
So,
Yes. Well, it's a pleasure,
subsequently,
to maintain our friendship throughout this time. So,
definitely, definitely,
yeah.
and you've helped me also along the line to launch some of my books to bestseller,
Mhm.
which has been
Yes.
great. But I have
Yes.
to say,
Congratulations on that.
thank you so much. And that's as far as I go. But I think I love what you're doing with Let's Go Dreaming. And once
Mhm.
I launched this series, I kind of was thinking, what can I do to kind of help authors? And you came to mind. I have interviewed a lady before, and I just felt because I do a bit of children writing myself, then let me see how else I could get children authors on board. And then you are the first person to come to mind. So I'm
Well,
happy to
thank
have you
you.
tonight, and we're looking
Thank
forward.
you. An honor.
Oh wow! So, and you've kind of helped to get this out there as well. You helped design the YouTube cover, or how should I say that? The invite for the Facebook, because I was
Oh,
struggling with
yes.
that. So that's
Yeah, yeah. I'm
amazing.
not sure what that was about. Facebook has been kind of weird lately, so
Yes, yes. So I'm
I don't
happy
know.
that you did that for us, and hopefully once this is done, we can upload this on YouTube as well. Fingers
Okay.
crossed. Last time we
Fingers
had
crossed.
half of the video gone, so this one we've decided to
Oh
put.
no. Okay.
So,
Fingers
thank
crossed.
you. I've got reading time and someone else watching. Thank you for watching and tuning in,
Hi,
guys.
everybody.
Yeah. So we've got
I
author
can't see any of the
Shanita.
comments, so I'm not sure if anybody's typing anything. But hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah. So,
Everett. Hi, Everett.
so do you want to tell us a bit about yourself and your writing journey, Shanita Allen?
Yes, yes. Well, my writing journey started a long time ago when I was younger. I used to write a lot when I was in middle school and high school, short stories and poetry. And my dream was to become a published author. That's actually what I intended on, like, having a career in initially, but I decided to become a behavior analyst because I fell in love with psychology. So, and then once I was in school, I still kept writing a little bit. I never published anything. I still kept writing, though, with the intent to publish. But after a while, I just didn't have time. I didn't have time to write anymore because schoolwork just took precedent over everything. So it wasn't until 2018, which, I had already been a behavior analyst for, let's see, probably 14 years at that point.
Wow.
So that just goes to show you, like, how long it had been since I had actually picked up a pen to write anything. So there was a long time span in between. But in 2018, I got inspired to write, start writing again, because I was reminded of how much I loved it. It just brought me joy, and that's just something I'd encourage everybody to do. Like, if you find something that you're passionate about, that brings you joy, then just do it, because why not?
Exactly.
So
that's amazing, because I started writing in 2018 as well.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
See, maybe that's why we're connected.
I'm not born on January 17th, because there seems to be some connections going on. When I read it, I was like, wow, 2018. And I think I like your books, and I like the style. It just comes across very professional. And the last,
Thank you.
I don't know how many books you've published to date. Would you want
This is the third one. Well, this is the third actual story book, but each book has a matching coloring book or activity book.
Right.
So technically I have 6 published works, but as far as like actual bedtime stories, this is the third. This is the third book.
So is it going to be a series of 9 from what I can pick?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So we're currently on series 3.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Currently on book 3 of the series. So there's a total of 9 books. So by the time everything is done, because my intention is to have matching coloring book or activity book for each book. So by the time everything is done, I will have 18. Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I love the last one, I must say, because the first 2 you published, I didn't really, not that I knew about them. I've seen them on because you're quite active on Instagram. I'm not very active there, so I do see them pop up, and I see all this listings. So it's amazing, the color theme. So
thank you.
I just want to thank everyone that's watching us at the moment. You've got author Shanita Allen all the way from America, and we're going to start asking.
And you're in the UK, right?
I'm in the UK.
You're in the UK.
I can't imagine. So it's nice to have you across the border, I guess.
Yeah, I'm officially international. So that's awesome.
Oh, yeah. So, and what time is it where you are at the minute?
It is 2:30. Let me see. Let me check the time. It is 2:36.
Wow. And it's about 7:30 here. I wasn't too sure about the timing. I kind of thought maybe it's middle of the day for you. I hope it would work out for you. So
no, it worked out. Yeah, I work from home on Mondays, so it worked out.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
So, are you ready for these questions? We've got 4 people watching at the moment. Have you got a copy of the book on you that you might want to show?
I do. Actually, I have all of them. I come prepared.
Okay.
So this is the first one.
Oh, wow.
This is I shouldn't say the first one. This is the latest one. This is Let's Go Dreaming into the Stars. So this one was released on June 21st. So yeah, with the, let's see, the matching activity book.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, so we did something a little bit different this time. The first 2 books had just coloring books. Hi from Canada, CJ. Reading the comments.
Yeah, you got some from Canada.
Yeah, that's awesome. So the first 2 books were just coloring books, but this one, I decided I wanted to do an actual activity book, just to keep the children a little bit more engaged. So there's like fun facts about outer space and connect the dots and puzzles and just, different things that they can, just have fun with and learn at the same time.
Okay. And I can see you've, since the pandemic's eased a bit, you've kind of gone on a bit of a tour somehow around, kind of engaging with kids in the outdoor with firemen and all that. So
Yes. I attended an event with the Early Learning Coalition on June 26th.
Right.
And that was amazing because I hadn't had any type of direct interaction with children in over a year because of the pandemic. You know, everything shut down, all the schools,
Yeah.
libraries, everything. So
Mm.
it was nice being able to interact with everyone again.
Oh.
Yeah, because
Here somebody has
it just brings
joined
you joy.
Naomi books something. So I think
Hey, Naomi.
you've been on an interesting journey. I saw you in the local paper as well, and I just think a
Yes.
lot of writers and authors might be like wondering how do you do
Mhm.
this basically. So I think we should start with this question: what has
Okay.
inspired you to start writing?
Hmm. Thinking about, you know, because like I said, when I was younger, I used to write too. And it's just something that I've always wanted to do ever since I was a child. But in 2018, I was just maybe just thinking more about what brings me joy, you know, just having conversations with people and just trying to figure out, you know, what makes me happy. You know, I had a lot of time to do some self-reflection and introspection, and that was just one of the things that came up, you know. What is something that would make me happy?
Mm,
And I just remember, like, you know, when I used to write, that just brought me so much joy, you know, just being able to just travel into different worlds without even leaving my home, you know,
mm,
just writing stories and using my imagination. And um, I think it's very important for children to get the message that nothing is impossible if you, as long as you believe in yourself. So that was, you know, just the reason why I decided to write these types of books. You know, books that just inspire children to dream. You know, they're bedtime stories on the surface,
mm.
but it's so much more to that, you know, when you actually look at the story and, you know, there's a deeper meaning to it, you know. So, because children can not only dream when they're asleep, but while they're awake as well, you know. So I just want to encourage them to think of all the possibilities and just to believe in themselves, you know. So, you
Oh,
know, these are things that I didn't really see too much of when I was younger. I
so
didn't have books, bedtime stories with characters in them that look like me.
mm,
So that's just
okay.
that I wanted to, you know,
Yeah, the
change.
world.
You
So
know, there's a lot
if
more books
there's
now
anyone out
that
there
represent that.
wondering how do I start this journey of writing, this is something that makes me very happy. What would you say to them? As
I
a
would
writer,
say, you
not
know,
a child, the writer or author.
the writer, yeah. So if somebody wanted, so if someone just has a genuine interest in writing, and they have never done it before, you know, the one thing I would tell them is to, you know, whatever idea you have in your head, you have to get that on paper first. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's number one. So find a quiet space
Yeah.
where, you know, you're not going to have any interruptions, and just go there. Find your place of peace and
Okay.
just go there and just write. So get all your thoughts onto paper
Mm-hmm.
and, you know, just see what you come up with. You know, they might be a little scattered at first, but that's okay. Just get whatever it is that's in
Tell me
here
about
onto
it.
paper.
So
You can
because
organize the rest later.
I know. You join so many of these groups and you just end up creating so much that you begin to wonder, when am I going to make this into a book? But at least, like Ren said, start somewhere, find your inner
Yes,
place. Thank you.
yes.
Just Jay has joined us as well, and Fresh Call. Thank
Hi,
you so
everybody.
much. I know that's all the way
Hey.
from Nigeria. Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
You're an international author, you see, Shanita. So, can you share what challenges you have faced with the um, audience, or what should I call the people on Instagram now? Tell me. Could you share what challenges you faced as a writer, especially during the pandemic and all that's been happening to
Yeah,
us in the world?
that that was actually my biggest challenge thus far.
Oh, wow.
What was the pandemic? And like I mentioned before my event that I attended on June 26th, it had been over a year since I was able to
Wow.
interact with children. So, you know, with them being like my target demographic,
Yeah.
that was very, very challenging. So trying to move everything from in person to virtual,
Mm,
that was like,
wow.
I was ready to pull out all my hair at one point. And just trying to figure out how do I even connect with parents, because the
Mm,
ones that are home with the children, they're busy homeschooling, you know,
mm,
so they're not
mm.
necessarily on social media paying attention to the
No.
stuff that I'm posting or advertisements or things of that nature. So that was definitely a challenge.
Wow.
That was definitely a challenge, yeah. But I did have the opportunity to do a lot of virtual readings
Okay.
with um, other, I guess, like YouTubers, you know, who would
Okay.
just, you know, do story time and read my book.
Mm.
I actually got a chance to do some virtual school visits too, so
Oh,
that was pretty
really?
fun.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah,
So that's some
yeah.
of the things the viewers might want to hear what opportunities the pandemic has opened up for authors. Sometimes I
Hmm.
think it's easier in America. The authors out there get more platforms and it's not as straightforward around here because I kind of see you guys.
Really?
Oh, no, it's not as
Okay.
yeah. I have tried to penetrate some of those platforms, but it's not the same.
Uh-huh.
So
Ah, okay.
it is amazing. Did you find that you could do more writing during the pandemic, or were you more on the virtual end of things?
I was more on the virtual end. I did things probably different than most people as far as my series goes because I wrote all of my books at once.
Oh, did you?
So I didn't, yeah, yeah,
Wow.
I wrote all of them like in a series of a few months. So all of my books are done, thankfully, because I don't know if I would have had any
And you know,
inspiration to write during the
oh
pandemic.
my goodness. You mean all nine
Yeah.
series are done?
Yeah, it's done. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm just
wow.
waiting to get each one illustrated
Oh,
individually.
wow, wow. Because the
Yeah, so
last
that's
one, I do like the fact that the first four pages were quite engaging and I could kind of see a bit of a rhyming on some of your
hmm.
lines and it just kind of looked so nice that you were writing a story at the same time it was coming across like poetry. And I
Yes,
found that
yes.
quite
Yeah,
engaging.
thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. All of my books rhyme, all of them.
Oh
Yeah.
wow. Wow. So you are a
I
poet.
think
You are a poet hiding on the you must
yes.
come to the poetry world. There's a lot going on with the poets out there. Because I think it would be
Right, yeah.
great, honestly. It would be nice to have you on
Thank
board.
you.
I might invite you to one or two if you feel you might want to do that.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
think
Yeah,
it would
because
be
I know you're a poet as well. So
I am
that
a
means a lot.
poet.
Thank you.
My, I'm just having that wave now. I have written my memoirs, but it's been edited and we got the critic and all that going on. So we're trying to make it as sound as we would like. So that's my next book
Hmm.
to publish. So I'm not kind of rushing. I want it to be as good as one of yours, hopefully. And
Oh,
then
thank you.
yeah, I like the last one I read.
I'm
So
sure it will be.
yeah.
Yeah.
So um we've got 6 people watching, which is nice. And if anyone wants to pop a question to Anita, just pop it in the box and hopefully she can respond. So I'm going to ask
Yeah.
you
I can
this
see the comments.
question now. Can you tell me a bit about your book, your latest book?
Okay, well, the latest book is called Let's Go Dreaming into the Stars. So, just to give you a little bit of background for people who haven't read the book or aren't familiar with the series,
Mm.
it's about little Ari and her talking dog, Pepper. So, um, the first book I wrote was just like a simple, like kind of lull your baby to sleep type of book.
Right.
There weren't any specific characters in that one. It was just an androgynous
Okay.
character doing like all these different things.
Mm.
But in book number two is when I introduced little Ari and her talking dog,
Oh,
Pepper. So
fantastic.
Pepper wants to know what is a dream.
Mm.
So the title of that book is actually called What is a Dream? So little Ari is explaining to Pepper what dreams are.
Mm.
So in this particular book, book number three, is when Pepper and little Ari actually go on an adventure in their dream.
Wow.
So they journey into outer space and they meet a character named Galaxy Joe and he takes them on a tour of the universe.
Wow.
And it is just
It is amazing.
it's very fun and playful.
Oh, wow. I love the
Yeah.
bit where they kind of flying high and you can see them above the houses. And
Yes.
they, at the moment when they kind of, I think they bumped into something is when it was Galaxy Joe. So
Yes.
without giving off too much, I think it's an amazing book. I would encourage anyone who's watching or listening to check out this book or you tell them where they can get this book, Lady Shanita.
Yes. It's available on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, pretty much every platform that sells books, Target, Walmart. And also autograph copies if you're interested in those. Those are on my website at www.letsgodreaming.com.
Yeah, and someone has just said, can you read the questions there? They're asking you 2 questions. Can you see them?
Two questions. Let's see. Do I do my own artwork? And if not, how did you find an illustrator? Hi, Tony. No, I do not do my own artwork. I'm not that talented. I wish I was. I really wish I was.
Save
No, those
some
are just
money.
my words. They're just my words, but
Yeah.
the art is I hired an illustrator. The first illustrator for my first two books, I actually found them on an online platform called Reedsy, REEDSY.com. That's where you can go and find a bunch of freelance illustrators, editors, book marketers, which I haven't used the book marketing portion, but I definitely use the illustrator and the editor. I found a really great editor on there if anyone's interested in a children's book editor. Her name is Lisa Davis. For this current book, though, I actually found my wonderful illustrator, Michelle Dominato, on Instagram.
Oh, did you?
And
Wow.
yeah, because I follow several different hashtags, and I believe Children's Book Illustrator was one of them.
Mm.
And I saw one of her illustrations, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I love her work.
Okay.
I
Okay.
have to get a hold of her and see, because I was looking for a new illustrator at that time,
Mm.
which is why I was following those hashtags. So when her stuff popped up, I was like, oh my gosh, I need her in my life.
I love Ari.
So
Her eyes are quite popping, and
yes,
and her hair as well. So
yes.
it comes across quite nice what she's
Yes,
done.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And we took some time. That hair was a challenge,
Oh,
trying to get it right.
oh, really?
It was a challenge trying to get it to look right. So yeah,
Okay.
Michelle, like she's so patient with me. I was like, well,
Oh,
can you just tweak that just a little bit? Like we went through like several rounds of
okay.
edits just to make sure that the hair was right, but it came out
Oh,
perfect.
wow.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
it did. She looks amazing. I think it would resonate with a lot of young kids out there, Afro kids as well. Yeah.
thank you.
Oh, I think that's the only question we have at the moment. So what is your writing process like, Shanita?
My writing process involves going to the beach,
Oh,
listening to music, and just, clearing my mind and just
mm,
allowing the words to flow. Like I mentioned earlier when you asked if I had any advice for anyone who wanted to write, just find your place of peace, clear your mind, and just allow the words to just come out. So that's exactly what I did.
mm.
So every time I would go to the beach, by the time I left, one book was done.
Oh, wow.
So
Are your
yeah,
books
so
quite
that's
short, or is any one of them longer than the third series we've got?
the longest. So far, book number three is the longest
Okay.
in the series, but they do get longer.
As we go.
Yeah, so and the very last book of the series might be a little too long for a children's book.
Oh,
I don't know, because the grade level is like between 4 and 8 that I write
okay.
for. So the last book, it's like 1,000 words, so I need to
Wow.
try to condense that down. So
Yeah.
yeah, but they're all fairly short. Yes.
Yeah, I have seen some of your reviews on Amazon, and they're quite amazing. I read one, and the lady or mom had said, "Oh, how come she hadn't found your book sooner? That this book is actually a God's gift to her child because it's kind of sent him or
Aw.
her to space." So I just kind of found that
Mhm.
quite, yeah. And I believe a
Yeah.
lot of authors have got different ways of writing. I know I prefer to
Mhm.
write in the middle of the night. I wake up about 4, and then that's when I can
Oh
write.
my gosh.
Then I go back to sleep because I haven't
Oh
got it
wow.
around me. So most of the time I'm up sometimes between 2 and 3 a.m. And that's when I can write better, especially with poems.
Okay.
You've got that.
Okay.
You love a large cup of iced coffee from.
Yes. Yeah, I left that part. I left that part out. I forgot about that. Yes. So before the beach, I would go to Dunkin' Donuts, get a large cup of iced coffee,
Okay.
vanilla iced coffee, and then drive to the beach and
Wow.
then write. Yeah.
It is amazing as different people have different writing processes. So I'm
Mhm.
quite intrigued when I read